think the magic is knowing that I can push through, I can be anything that I literally want to be. And I feel like I've been afforded so much because I'm able to assimilate to any situation that I'm thrown in. And I think that that is the magic that is inside of you. And I think it's inside of every Black woman. I think that you can be in those rooms, you can be at that table. And I think it's just knowing that, and when you truly tap into that, that's when you really start to see the magic come out, and you really start to see just who Black women can really be.
Every time that we see the devaluation of Black and brown bodies on TV now, because we live in a world where cell phones are readily available and in our hands, and so now we can actually record, these incidents in real time. Oftentimes, America wants to act like this is the first time that it's happened. And we refuse, as a country, as a nation, to confront it. We refuse to change the narrative. The problem that we have is we have to constantly hit up against this narrative to prove that we are not the story that this dominant culture has created about us and carried on for over 400 years. And not only does that cause trauma on my spirit, it causes trauma on my body, it causes trauma on my soul, in which, as a mother, that trauma, I then often pass on to my children.
Well, the Black community is facing issues in police, that whole police, I don't even know, police reform, that is an issue for us that we're up against. But also I think right now what I'm finding as a single Black woman is Black people in general, we are going through a struggle, and I don't even want to say gender war, but I almost feel like, Black men and Black women are not on the same page with different things regarding relationship status, family. I am fortunate enough that I have a lot of interracial friends that they do have these conversations with me, and they are open to the hard questions, like how do you feel that you are married to a partner that is not Black? Can they relate to you? Can they understand what you go through on a daily basis, whereas they will never be able to understand in its entirety what it is like to be Black? Is that a problem? Is that saying something about him? Does he not care about his community? These are questions that I've seen come up and that, honestly, I've thought about, myself.
Problems in the Black community that I have noticed. It's an interesting thing to think about because seeing myself as more African American than Black, that's part of like the whole spectrum, the whole diaspora of African American and Black people all over the US. If we could come together and unify African American and Black and just be able to put aside, not those things that of course are good to keep us unique, but be able to say in spite of these, we can come together. I think that's one thing that I know would really help if we could be able to just say, okay, these are different aspects of us, but we're all brown together. I think now as my generation's getting older, I've seen an increase in the appreciation of African heritage. For me, it's great to be able to hold my head up higher, to not feel like, oh, my name's Oju, it's different. I want that now, having that uniqueness. I'm glad I have it. In elementary school, I tried to go by my middle name of Elizabeth in school, and my mom came to visit and she was like, oh, so we go by Elizabeth now? And I was like, no, we don't. I changed really quick to going back to Oju. And I'm glad I stuck with that I should be proud of who I am. I should be proud of my name and what it means and how it represents where I come from. Even being able to wear this. I remember for grade school functions, my mom would always come dressed in Nigerian attire. And I always wondered why she would do that. And it was to let people know we're Nigerian.
Black is dynamic. Black is beautiful, of course, which people often say. Black is a struggle. and has been for a very long time. But Black is who I am. Black is proud, Black is power, and Black is just amazing.